Hey everyone, it's Tainted here, and today I'm here to make a video to show you how zaws compare with some of the meta weapons. Now, for single-handed meta weapons, I would be comparing against Broken War, and for polearms, I'll be doing against Lesion and Orthos, because one's a pure status, other one's a mix of status and crit. Not to mention, both of them are slash based. Now, aside from that, I really like the look in the Zaws. It's not that bad I would think. It's fine, except for the single-handed because it looks like a half scythe, half weird handled. It looks like one of those weapons my country uses to cut wheat. You know, those rice paddy. But anyways, forget about the look. Now let's talk about the names, man. I want to name a good name. The only name I could find is for my single-handed, which is Agni, because I like the sword in Devil May Cry. I'm still looking for the name on Polam, but I'll get into it. Now, let's get back to track about the comparison. Now, why I chose Broken War over Dacre Prime is because Broken War is kinda like an upgraded version of Dacre Prime. They both have the same crit chance, both status chance, both crit multiplier, but Broken War has higher damage. Now, in my Broken War build, which you will be seeing soon, I have 5 elements into it, including the physical ones basically. That's for condition overload. I went with the blood rush and whipping combo so I can have high crit chance and status chance. And because it can crit, instead of prime fury, I put berserker so it can hit fast, and of course the ever loving prime pressure point. Now, this is basically the same build I'll be having in most of my other melee weapons because I find that having 5 elements for your condition overload as well as a fast attacking weapon is really nice. When it will come to Legion, people did tell me about some parts where Legion is pure status, crit doesn't work, blah blah blah. But I don't know. Even if it's 5% crit chance, I understand that. The blood rush it works in such a mysterious way that even with that 5% crit chance, you can start critting a bit more than usual because it stacks up as combo counter goes up. So that's actually a plus point for Legion with the blood rush. But you know what? I'll save about it later. Now let's keep continuing watching it. So before you saw how Broken War worked against this 150 level enemies. This is my Agni. Now the plus point about my Zaw over the Broken War is I have 25% crit chance, whereas that one has only 15 or 10. Now because I have 25%, I can reach the orange crit, which actually increases the crit damage overall. And not to mention, if I actually replace the Heat Dual Stat mod with the Organ Shatter, I would be doing higher crit damage, like obviously. Now let's move on to the pole arms. Now, before going to that, I will first show the meta pole arm, the Legion. It's a really beast of a weapon. I have seen a lot of people build differently. I've seen the conventional build where for dual stat with the prime breach and fast attack speed, but for my case, I went for blood rush and whipping combo so I can proc berserker a lot because berserker gives a higher stat compared to prime fury. Then I went one pure elemental and two dual elemental weapon mods, and then prime pressure point. Now, you can technically replace or switch volcanic edge, the third one, or the third element. Yeah, you can say third element with the primed reach to, you know, reach more enemies, or you can replace it with organ shatter to crit more. But I wouldn't suggest organ shatter. I would be saying switch between primed reach and volcanic edge, but it's your choice mainly. So now let's see how it does against the enemies, 150. I would tell you, you won't be upset. If you have this weapon and you know how it is, you used it before, it's a beast of a weapon. Especially with the viral and slash combo. It's one hell of a beast to not mess with. Okay, moving on to the next polar, the Orthos Prime. Now, Orthos is basically a hybrid between status and crit chance. Now, yes, you can see it's almost the same build as before, and I think people might be asking why am I using one elemental mod, like one pure elemental mod instead of dual stat. The reason of that being is you will eventually get to 4x or 4.5x because now it's really easy to contain the combo multiplier with Naramon. Now when you go to that combo multiplier, your Weeping Wound and Blood Rush is actually going to be so high with at least 25% status chance even that it will be proccing left and right. So at that point you don't want more status, you will be hoping for more damage, which is why I used a single 90% elemental mod. So I'm just giving an advice that if you are using Whipping Wound in your build, try to go for at least 30%, I mean not 30, 20 to 30% status, and then go for pure damage, like the mod I put. But it's all opinion based, it's people based in their build. I'm not gonna judge. It's your wish, it's your build. You do whatever you want. I'm here to advise, I'm here to show you. Now, as you can see, the Orthos is melting enemies left and right. It used to melt enemies left and right before too, and now with the release of the condition overload and the dual set weapons, I mean dual set mods, it's OP. Now let's compare how does the Zaw do against these things. Now, as I showed or as I said, my Zaw is basically a status and a crit weapon. Now, I have seen a lot of people say go for a low crit chance like 14% or 15% and higher status chance. But I'll tell you this, if you're using Weeping Wound combo like me, do not go for that. You're better off critting higher because status after 50% is almost same. Not 50%, up to 60% is almost same. And with the Weeping Wood combo, I would tell you that you will be procking left and right. Like proc, 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 proc. We'll get sick of procking. But anyways, now let's check the Zaw and how it is performing. As you can see, I'm orange critting a lot. And the enemy, they are being melted. And I'm not even stealth. And one more thing, I don't do extra damage bullshits like stealth multipliers because if I can melt an enemy without being stealth, I can well as melt it when I'm stealthed. Now, let's move on to the build for a bit. You know the third elemental mod I had, the Volcanic Edge? I would suggest to put it according to your wanting. Like if you want more reach or you want to hit more enemies, put Prime Reach. If you want to hit enemies harder, you can put Organ Shatter or another the hit mod obviously for the condition overload, but I keep wondering which one is better. I couldn't really figure it out, but other than that, I would say try to get a good Riven mod for it and wham along. Like why not a heat and crit Riven mod, a hit crit, or better yet, a hit crit and a range Riven mod with the minus corpus. That would be really great for it, I'll tell you that. So this is my suggestion. Again, I'm putting the build, the Zaw calculator, all in the description. So I hope you like this. I hope I encourage few people to use the Zaw or make the Zaw, that it is not a waste of time. And I really hope this would help the lower MR to make these weapons and play with it. So that if they don't have Broken War or Lesion, they wouldn't be half-hearted, sad. But then again, you still need blood rush and weeping wound and condition overload, which is kinda hard to get without plat. But you know, this is Warframe. You kinda need to grind to get your own stuffs. So good luck out there, Tenno, and take care. Myself, I guess. Please, if you have any more suggestions, do leave it in the comment and check the ending again. Thank you. Take care.
We lose ourselves.